Happy Wednesday. Chicago Bears Now is presented by Manscaped. From head to toe, you can find the best men's grooming products out there right now at manscaped.com. Use promo code BEARS20. That's going to get you 20% off plus free shipping. All right, let's start with some juicy rumors here. Chris Jones, is he available as the Chiefs' all-pro defensive tackle continues his holdout and is now apparently threatening to sit out until Week 8, which would basically be halfway through the season. He kind of had a back and forth with some people on Twitter. Sean Berkey, who's not a reporter or anything, just random Chiefs fan who tweeted at Chris Jones. So when you got to show up because you be playing too much on Twitter and social media, you've been an all-pro on social media during camp. You're under contract for this year, correct? For how much money? Man, I bet it's rough to live on $20 million in a year. Chris Jones replied, Week 8. And then Arrowhead Live, which is like a Chiefs blogger Twitter account, said that'd be a hefty tab because Chris Jones is getting fined $50,000 per day. And Chris Jones says, I can afford it. So that's a pretty interesting back and forth there. I mean, the fact that this is the first time he's actually listed a timetable on how long he's willing to hold out. And if you're not familiar, Chris Jones wants a new contract, final year of his current deal. And it makes me wonder, while the Chiefs have maintained they're not going to trade him, could they consider it? Would they listen to calls from maybe a team like the Chicago Bears, whose general manager Ryan Poles was in the Chiefs front office for a very, very long time before landing this job? It's interesting. I still think he probably ends up staying there, but the longer this goes on, I think the more likely it's at least a slight possibility that the Chiefs entertain trading him. Now, Bears fans, are you interested in trading for Chris Jones? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Maybe you're not. Maybe it's like, let's stick with the young guys. Just drafted Dexter and Pickens, etc. Y for yes and for no. Let me know what you guys think. I'll say this. I'm not uninterested. Chris Jones is a superstar. I mean, he was the best interior defensive lineman in football last year, including Aaron Donald. He was. He was that good. He had 44 tackles and 15 and a half sacks, improved a ton in the run game. He is just a menace when it comes to getting the quarterback, almost 30 quarterback hits as well. He's a dominant player. And what have we heard for 2 years now? The three-tech position on this defense is the engine. Well, Chris Jones is probably the best three-tech out there. I like Justin Jones. He's a solid player, good rotation caliber player. Javon Dexter, Zach Pickens, like these guys have potential, but let's not get confused here. Chris Jones changes a defense. Like, if the Chiefs lost him, that defense could crumble. If the Bears added him with how good their back seven is, this defense could get back to being one of the elites. Now, I get it. He's going to cost a lot. You'd have to commit to an extension. So I'm not sitting here saying that I would for sure do it. But again, I'm not uninterested. What's the harm in making a phone call if you're Ryan Poles? Again, you're familiar with Chris Jones. So we'll see. I think it's a small chance, but I'm definitely monitoring that situation in Kansas City because it doesn't seem like a resolution is happening anytime soon. Now, help us out. Share this video on Twitter, and the way you can do so is simple. Click the share button on this video right now. It's right below. Share icon. Click that. Select the Twitter icon right there, and before you fire off the tweet, be sure to tag me in it at HGramNFL for a retweet of your share, and I will follow you back. Everyone that does it, not first 10, not first 20, everyone that shares this video, I'm going to follow you back and retweet it as well. Now, if you don't tag at HGramNFL in the tweet, I'm not going to see it, so you got to be sure to tag it. That way I get notified so I can follow you back. Okay, Jonathan Taylor. Could the Bears trade for him as the trade rumors continue here on Chicago Bears? Now, the Colts have given Taylor permission to seek out a trade with other franchises. And should Chicago buy it? Well, you look at the trade odds here per Bet Online. Bears are the second favorites behind the Miami Dolphins at 3-1 odds. Bills, Ravens, Cowboys, Commanders, Bucks, Vikings, Eagles on that list as well. That's pretty interesting. I'll tell you why in a minute. I actually think this makes no sense whatsoever. Now, first though, oh, that's just me charging up the lawnmower, baby, because Manscaped, the Lawnmower 4.0, got to trim things downstairs just like you got to trim your front yard. The Lawnmower 4.0 is the best ball hair trimmer on the open market, and you guys got a deal coming at you. Promo code BEARS20 at manscaped.com. Going to get you 20% off plus free shipping. It comes with the wireless charging station. It's water resistant, so you can shave your your male area in the shower if you want. Battery life is fantastic. They continue to improve this product all the time at Manscaped, and you guys should go check them out. Promo code Bears20, manscaped.com. You give yourself a nice trim. Your girl's going to be happy, just like when you're happy when the lawnmower guy comes to your house and trims your front and backyard. Get going today. Promo code Bears20 at manscaped.com. All right, so a little bit more on Jonathan Taylor here. Stephen Holder of ESPN, who covers the Colts and has for a long time, says the Colts are seeking a first-round pick or a package of picks that equates to as much and a potential Jonathan Taylor trade. That's really the main reason, but one of many reasons why there's just no chance I'm doing this. Let me be clear. Pass. I'm not trading for Jonathan Taylor, and I'm sure as hell not giving up a first-round pick to do it. I like Jonathan Taylor. I know a lot of people that watch this show are Big Ten fans and watched him run through the Big Ten at Wisconsin. I appreciate his game, but he's coming off an injury-riddled season in 2022. While he's been better in the pros than he was in college as a pass catcher, he's not insanely dynamic in that area, and he's entering the final year of his rookie deal, so if you do trade for him, you're going to have to likely commit to a long-term extension. So I don't think that makes sense. And I look at the Bears running back room. I think you're fine. I'm not saying Jonathan Taylor wouldn't be better than any of these guys, but you've got a lot of depth here. Khalil Herbert led the NFL in rushing yards per carry among qualified rushers in this scheme last year. You've got Deontay Foreman. We'll see what his role ends up being, but I love what Roschon Johnson has shown. You don't need Jonathan Taylor. And most importantly, just if we're being honest about this, even if you're in the camp of wanting him, this would go against everything Ryan Poles has showed us who he is as a GM up to this point. He has not operated like someone who would, A, trade a first-round pick for a running back. He values draft capital heavily. And B, then pay that running back big money. He wouldn't give David Montgomery $6 million a year. You think he's going to trade a first for Jonathan Taylor and give him $15 million a year? It doesn't make sense. I don't think there's any scenario where Ryan Poles would pull the trigger on this deal. Now, maybe you disagree. Put your GM cap on. Would you do it? Would you trade for Jonathan Taylor? Type T for trade, yes you would. Type P for pass, no you would not. I'm firmly in the pass category. I just don't think there's a great enough benefit to make that move right now. Now, I hope you guys join us for our Bears-Bills watch party, final preseason game this Saturday. Kickoff at 12 Central Time, 1 Eastern, but we're going to go live at 12 Eastern, 11 Central Time, full hour pregame tailgate to get you guys ready. Then, of course, we'll be live for the entire game and have a post-game stream as well. Bears, Bills, Saturday. Should be a lot of fun. Hope to see you all there. Subscribe and turn on your notifications. Okay, Tarik Cohen. Is he coming back? Probably not to the Bears. We'll explain in a minute. But Adam Schefter says that Cohen is finally healthy and looking to resume his NFL career. And let me just first say this. I am rooting my ass off for Tarik Cohen. I am. He's been through a ton. He's had numerous injuries. He basically has not played since 2019. He played in the first 3 games in 2020, but he has not played since. He hasn't played a full season in 4 years. It's been a tough go for him. Now, he was an electric player when he was healthy in Chicago. He could run the ball out of the backfield. He could catch the ball. Really good returner as well. 14 career touchdowns. I loved Tarik Cohen in his time here. Now, for those wanting the pipe dream of a potential reunion, Tarik Cohen on Twitch last night, I believe it was last night, said this. He said talking about the Bears, said they don't want me. I had just bought an effing house and I got cut. And look, that's kind of the tough part of the business, right? I don't think anyone can sit here and blame Ryan Poles. Honestly, Ryan Pace giving him that contract when he did was probably a weird move. And then the next week he blows his knee out and the rest is history. It's unfortunate. He couldn't return in 2021 after tearing his ACL. I think he had a setback with that knee. That seems pretty obvious. And then the Bears cut him. And then last year when he's trying to get on with another team, he pops his Achilles. So he's been through hell. He's had family stuff go on, his brother. It's been a lot. I'm really rooting for the guy, but if you're expecting a reunion in Chicago, I just don't think that's going to happen. Now, here's the irony. The Bears have a problem at punt returner. Tarik Cohen, when healthy, is one of the best punt returners in the NFL, but I am skeptical about how healthy he actually is. Even if he's been medically cleared, what are the odds after a torn ACL, some sort of setback in that knee injury, and a popped Achilles all in the last 3 years that he's back to being the human joystick, right? That seems low, but the irony is, if he were back to being that, you could actually use him because you need a punt returner because you obviously cannot trust Velus Jones with that position. Now, show the human joystick some love. Type 29 down in the comments, even if you don't want him back with the Bears, or even if you're accepting that he won't be a Bear again. I'd love to see it. In a perfect world, he's fully healthy, he could be your punt returner, but I just don't see the Bears going down that road. Get the 29s going down in the comments below. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this morning's video. We will be back this afternoon with the second video, so stay tuned for that. Bear down. We'll see you soon.